Just the person I was looking for. How may I assist you? The Order was founded over 400 years ago as a result of the Palian Unification Wars. Regulating the use of flow was one of the conditions for peace. There has not been an armed conflict between the 13 provinces since the Order was formed. Capable partner! Let's go home and see what might have happened. Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Picasso Plays. Welcome aboard. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I'd like to say that this video is specifically for Subira's level 4 friendship quest. As you can tell by the title, she's already here. I already have her at level 4. But I also want to add that I make guides for other quests, and I try to keep them as concise as possible while including all of the dialogue, because the lore really does matter to me. So if you enjoy that, please tune in and subscribe. I really do appreciate it because I'm trying to grow this channel, and let's get to it. Hi Saabira, you are the only person I trust with this. It's good to see you as always though, so I hope I am not intruding. I was hoping you'd stop by. You were? That makes me glad somehow. I wanted to apologize for departing so suddenly last time after you returned with that letter from the Lighthouse. That day has been weighing on my mind for quite a while, and I think I am finally ready to tell you about it. That letter, there was a seal on it, the Order's seal to be exact. Are you sure? Positive. It was unmistakably the Order's. Our seals use a special ink produced only for our use. Maybe the letter was planted there. That is not outside the realm of possibility. But perhaps this is simply another one of the Order's tests. The first one they gave me was when I was a child. They sent me on a mission in the depths of the wilderness with nothing but a flow-powered flare at my disposal. In the case of an emergency, I could fire it into the air and help would arrive. Of course, I was a stubborn youth who believed I could complete the mission without sounding on a distress call, and so I relied on my own instincts. There were many times I did not think I was going to make it out alive, yet I persevered through all the trials I faced. Before I knew it, I had hit my limit and took what I believed was my last breath. Even then, I did not call for help. Why didn't you? Because I would have much rather died trying to complete my mission rather than live and deal with my failure. I lived anyway, and when I awoke, the Order congratulated me for passing their test. What exactly was that test? I am not at liberty to disclose. It was undoubtedly the most difficult situation I had ever to overcome, but in doing so I was able to join the Order as I had always hoped and dreamed of. As a child, I had hopes and dreams and thought joining the Order would help me achieve them. Ahem, back to the matter at hand, the issue of the seal on the letter. I would like you to return to the Lighthouse to see if we can recover any additional clues there, perhaps in that room in the basement. I would go with you, but I have something important I need to handle in the meantime. As usual, do not hesitate to contact me if you run into any trouble. Thank you, Zoe. Please be safe. Okay. Subira said the Lighthouse basement, which is this way in the hatch. Hatch won't budge? What? I left the key at my favorite thinking spot. Have you ever loaded into Hacian's Grove and there is no floor? It's just the abyss of, I don't know, nothing? Air? Sky? Hi.
I truly look forward to these chats.
What is it you need since you're here? I may as well help you out. Know any good thinking spots in Bahari Bay? My grove at night alone. There are quite a few campsites in the area as well. The one near the statue garden comes to mind. Thank you.
I'll miss you.
I'll miss you too. Back to... Oh, there. What is happening? Okay, let's just go back and ask somebody else if they know where a good thinking spot is. Maybe Hodari and Najuma.
Want to see my new schematics?
Hey there. Know any good thinking spots in Bahari Bay? The beach is a nice place to clear your head. This is kind of gross, but I've seen a few people spending hours in the outhouses here too. I guess they got lost in their own thoughts when they are in there. Interesting.
I should get back to my thing.
P.S. Don't sit on the on the throne for too long. Maybe Hodari knows. What should I make for dinner tonight? Know any good thinking spots in Bahari Bay? No place like the deepest part of some of the mines to get your mind racing. Seen a few folks hanging around that campsite by the statue garden too. Ooh, 2 people mentioned statue garden. Well, since both Hodari and Hasian have mentioned the statue garden, I thought I'd come here and have a look. And usually it ends up being here, but where could this key be? It's glowing again. I don't know why this thing glows. Still have no idea. And then I thought, Najuma did say camp house, and so did Hasian. So if you have a look, maybe there's something here. There's a piece of thing. T, I've been thinking about what you said to me last night. Oh, no. This? It turns out the outhouse isn't the best place to hide the key. I almost dropped it into that dark hole. I moved the key to the place where I got bit and thought I would become a vampire. Vampire crabs? Flooded fortress? Let's go have a look. Okay, forgotten flooded fortress. Right. Bit by a vampire, so somewhere here, possibly? Oh, maybe on this. Is that something square? The flooded fortress is terrifying at night, and the crabs tried to steal my key, so I moved it again. This time I left the key by my favorite lunch spot by the flowery waterfall. Flowery waterfall near where Hodari is? Let's go and have a look. I said the flowery waterfall, so near here, but my thought initially was the one in Kilima by Phoenix. Oh, Phoenix, or called Phoenix Falls, and I don't see a letter here anywhere. The gazebo's really flowery here. Let's have a look. Lighthouse key. Enter the locked lighthouse basement. Oh, right. Let's get going. Okay, back to the lighthouse. We have the key. Open the hatch. And we are here. What else is there to... Kenley? Help! Ghost! It's just me. Good heavens, it's talking! Aha! Why am I in a wall? Kenley's eyes roll to the back of his head and he slumps over. Stay with me, Kenley. I'm fine. Huh? Zoe, what are you doing here? And what happened to the ghost? Don't worry, it's gone. It is? Oh, thank the dragon. I was this close to passing through the veil and reuniting with my dear grandmother. May her beautiful soul rest in peace. What brings you here anyway? I could ask you the same thing. Me? Well, as part of my mayoral duties, I'm dropping something off. This package right here, to be more exact. Goodness, is it heavy. After carrying it such a long distance, my arms are starting to feel like overcooked noodles. I can help you with that. Oh, how kind of you to offer to carry it for me. Here you go. Kenley happily hands you the suspicious package. I would love to stay and chat, but it's approaching the time for my daily nap. Farewell, Zoe. Kenley? You're... Oh. Of course, the way the messages were written. Oh my goodness. Alright, Subira. Here's your package. You've returned, I assume with good news? I caught Kenley dropping this off at the lighthouse. Kenley? As in the mayor of Kilima Village? The one and only. This most certainly comes as a surprise. How in the world did he find himself tangled up in this mess? Someone must have tricked him. I strongly believe that to be the case. He doesn't strike me as someone who would violate the law voluntarily. While you were intercepting this drop-off, I was conducting an investigation of my own and made a disturbing connection. I believe that the Order is supplying the Grimalkin cartel with flowstones in exchange for more advanced weapons and magic items only we, the Order, have clearance for. I know this is because it happens that the timing of these packages we've been intercepting here align with trades the Order has been completing with Umbra. Umbra? The state of Umbra is an independent trading partner with the Palian Republic. It is also the leading manufacturer of advanced flow technology. Ooh, the plot thickens. The Order has maintained positive relations with Umbra for many years now. Who would have thought one of our own was making illicit deals with the Grimalkin cartel on the side? This must be difficult for you. I am fine, just disappointed is all. That still makes it hard. I have never doubted my peers, much less my superiors, but now... it is best that we leave it at that for now. I fear the repercussions any careless words or action will have on both you and me. Shall we open the contents of this parcel together? Won't you get in trouble? There is no one I would trust more than you to look this over with. Subira carefully opens the package. A set of Palcat toys. They are heavier than they look. I doubt they are as they appear. To summarize what we have learned up until this point, the cartel supplier is in fact the Order, and they somehow roped Kenley into making deliveries for them at the Lighthouse. Meanwhile, Zeki is being manipulated by the cartel on the side. At some point, he received a package containing a nightlight from an unknown source. That nightlight made it into the Order's sights, and so they sent me out to retrieve it. A perfect weapon to leverage against the cartel should the need arise. If the cartel were to become aware that such a technology exists and that both Zeki and the Order are interested in it, that could spell trouble. Never would I have imagined things would end up like this. So many questions still left unanswered. As unsettling as the results of this investigation are, the findings have been enlightening to say the very least. I never would have gotten this far without you. I'm used to working alone, but you have made a better partner than I could have anticipated, so the Order know. I appreciate your help. Thank you for everything. I completed Subira's level 4 friendship quest. Gosh, she's got such a pretty smile. Well then, please stay tuned if you wish to see the rest of the conversations I had with her. I accidentally opened mail expecting it to be Zeki mail, but it's Subira mail. It reads, Dear Zoe, I hope you have been well. I examined the Palcat toys and discovered they were concealing flowstones. This confirms my suspicions that the Order is supplying their cartel with them, disguised as toys or other innocuous objects. If I may be honest, I have been restless these past few nights. But with all of these doubts swimming in my mind, the one person I feel I can trust is you. Would you be willing to hold on to the nightlight for me? It is safer with you than anyone else. I'll be in touch with any further developments. Should you run into any trouble whatsoever, you know who to call. Be safe always, Subira. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all of you. Please like and subscribe. It's just me, little me, doing all of this. And stay tuned for all the friendship convos, because I need to differentiate between romance convos, because that's going to happen next. Tune into the romance saga where I romance the entire town. I'm already halfway done fully romancing a whole bunch of characters already, and I have a few more to complete, but Subira will be added shortly. Next time, toodaloo. Staying safe out there? I studied Palian law for over a decade before I was allowed to take my final test to become a watcher. It is important for those governing the people to understand the rules they enforce.
You are the only person I trust with this.
Staying safe out there? Delilah convinced me to subscribe to Bahari Times for their crossword puzzles. They're a fine way to keep the mind sharp and stay up to date on current events. I find myself looking forward to doing them every day before I begin patrol. Also,
You are the only person I trust with this.
yes.
Oh.
I have attempted to stake out the lighthouse when possible, but I've seen no one go in or out. If it is being actively used, they must have other ways to access it. Well, I have seen many humans filtering in and out, but they have been excluded from the investigation for rather obvious reasons. Your kind hasn't existed long enough to become a suspect.
You are the only person I trust with this.
Someone is causing trouble this early? Members of the order must give up all familial ties. Members of the order must give up all familial ties when they join. I have not seen my family in a very long time. It may seem harsh, but we are the only Majuri in the Republic authorized to use flow. It is a grave responsibility. Limiting ties is one of the many ways we keep the public safe. Imagine your father or brother came to you asking you to bend the rules for their sake. All it takes is one mistake and one power-hungry relative for disaster to strike.
Are you prepared for a little legwork?
How may I assist you? Every night I take a cup of tea and go over the evidence I've gathered that day. Recently, Ashur has been joining me in silence. It is pleasant to have company without the pressure. He is a good man. Kilima is lucky to have him, even if he may not believe that himself.
I have something of interest to share.
Greetings, citizen. Sifu mentioned during dinner the other night that she has been finding rather valuable stones while mining lately. Starstones, I believe they are called. Perhaps you'll have some luck next time you take up your pickaxe.
You are the only person I trust with this.
Staying safe out there?
Oh.
There are roles in the order for those that prefer not to work in the field. We employ many alchemists in order to supply our watchers and defenders, for example. I will be the first to admit that I have little skill in the ways of alchemy. I leave that sort of thing to the experts back at base.
Let us put our heads together.
Greetings, citizen. If you see a Dari clove while you are exploring northern Bahari, I suggest you collect it. They're quite rare and useful for a variety of mundane cooking as well as alchemical needs. Oh.
You are the only person I trust with this.
I am happy to see you. The regulation of flow is a complicated topic with many nuances. For example, it is not legal to own naturally occurring flow-infused material. It is, however, illegal for a Majuri to use said material as fuel for magical functions. Oh, interesting.
I could use a sharp mind like yours.
You are just in time. The Order breeds our own Cernuks to pull the carriages. They're a variant of the Proudhorn Cernuk you may spot in Bahari Bay. The Cernuk stands for honor, tradition, and longevity, good things for any organization to strive for.
I could use a sharp mind like yours.
I am happy to see you. Ashur was telling me about his family last night. I wasn't aware he had a granddaughter. She sounds lovely. I hope he will be able to visit them soon. Oh, Subira's smile.
Are you prepared for a little legwork?
Staying safe out there? The Temple of the Flame's a dangerous place to wander, but I trust you are taking the right precautions. One has to wonder what secrets it holds from your people's past. What lessons are there to be learned? I would very much like to see it myself one day. Perhaps you can accompany me. Yes. I noticed more pests have been gathering around the Daya farms than usual lately. There is nothing in the natural environment that would cause them to surge like this, which leads me to believe something unnatural is causing it instead. You are just in time. I have heard that Akitsu has shown itself to you. This is a great honor. They are highly independent creatures. It is said they can see a person's destiny and shy away from all but the most courageous. You can continue to impress. You are just in time. You are doing good work with Hasian regarding the chopper problem occurring in this valley. I cannot assist in an official capacity as this matter is far outside the Order's jurisdiction, but on a personal note, I will endeavor to help where I can before the pests spread even further out of the valley. Greetings, citizen. It is said that ancient art human cities were works of engineering marvel, and that your people could build paradise in but a day at the height of their power. Seeing how swiftly you built a house for yourself, I am starting to believe it.
With you at my side, I know we can solve this.
Staying safe out there? Cartel activity has been increasing across the bay of late, including the legal trade with Pali and Majiri. Most of the trade is irrelevant to our investigation, but I do wonder what has caused the cartels to become so active with skirting the law of late. Finally, some action. Ani informed me about his curse. I took the liberty of giving him a quick checkup to ensure the effects had fully passed. I also informed him of the laws surrounding stealing from protected historical sites. Still, it seems he is unharmed, a lucky outcome to an often tragic tale. You are just in time. I understand that the ancient fish has returned to Polyan waters. Time will tell whether it's able to adapt to the changed environment and whether it disrupts the careful balance that has been established during its absence. Absence? I feel like I've said that. I suspected you would show up. I understand you are responsible for awakening the Temple of the Waves. You need not worry. Ruins around here are part of your heritage. I do not want to believe the Order would punish you simply for wanting to know more of your own people. Interesting grammar here.